After building up yet another superstar in Quez Watkins, it's on to the next week. It's on to our next opponent, which happens to be another user opponent in the Denver Broncos. And we got some more weekly awards that we up for. Let's see if we got both offensive or no, we only got one. So it turns out we got Emmanuel Forbes Jr., who had the 4 interception game with the 1 tackle, but it was a huge game. He came through clutch for us in that. So also another thing before I jump into the weekly training, I want to check and see. I should have enough to go ahead and get that final focus player that I've been wanting to get. And it costs how much? 20 or 30. Yeah, we got it. We got it in the bag. So we got the sixth, should I say. We got the 6th and final focus player that we need. So now we can go ahead and focus on the development of the extra guys. You know, we've been focusing on the same 3 players all season, and Malik Willis, Malik Willis, who is it? Oh, Bowers. Malik Willis, Bowers, and Powers Johnson. But now we can add in our other guys, which we've already added 2 in there. But now we can go ahead and add Forbes to that. So we added Chop Robinson, we added Farley. Now we can go ahead and change that last one to Forbes, and that's the key 6 focus players that we want to focus in on developing and getting extra developmental reps and points for their future development. So we got Forbes at a star dev trait so far. So we want to go ahead and build him even further, especially with our newfound favorite training mode for the DBs, which is the coverage skeleton. So look forward to that. But we on Malik Willis, of course, as usual. We want to develop him, build him up, continue building him up on his quest for this MVP season and his first season as an Oakland Raider. So you gotta love it. Gotta love it. We're gonna keep going through this process. We're gonna keep switching up the different training methods for him. Like I said, majority of the time for a good bit of these guys, like the quarterbacks, receivers, things of that nature, will change up the different activities that we use for their training. But as far as like certain players like linebackers, defensive ends, running backs and stuff, we keep the same thing. We don't change it up really right there. So, and again, like I said before, if this gets too long, then I would start fast forwarding it. I'm saying right here, right now, I'm probably going to start fast forwarding it. Probably the only time that I stop anything or won't fast forward is if it looks like, or in the process of recording, it looks like one of these guys I receive a dev upgrade during training. Then I might slow it down for that one instance just to show the dev upgrade received. But other than that, we just gonna zoom through for the most part the majority of the training, but not right now, not in this instance. On this episode, we're gonna go ahead and knock out the training. We want to see how long it takes to see if it's really necessary with all 6, because I haven't had all 6 to train yet. But we're gonna see if it's really necessary with all 6 players. If it takes too long, that I should fast forward it, because I think we're all in agreements here. We're all in agreement here that nobody really everybody likes the episodes to be somewhere between the realm of 10 to 20 minutes. That's a sweet spot right there. Nothing too long, nothing too long, too much longer, nothing too much shorter. So the sweet spot seems to be between 10 and 20 minutes. And if I can get training off around within around like 8 to 10 minutes, I can keep the training and still chop up my game footage and still have it around that 20-minute mark. But in the event that it lapses over and it goes past the 10-minute mark, then I'll probably just start fast forwarding it and then only having like the transactions I make, the development I make, and game footage and so on and so forth. But we'll see. But as of right now, we continuing the process of getting all these guys their gold. So far that's Malik Willis, Bowers, both came through clutch. We got gold in their training. process. So now it's on to Jackson Powers Johnson, and hopefully we continue that same pattern. We get him his gold. And again, another guy that's, consistent in his training, because, that's one of the focus players, but hasn't really gotten a chance to showcase his ability because we don't run the ball. There's not a lot of power running game or anything of that nature going on. It's a lot of passing and scrambling with the quarterback, which doesn't pertain to like run blocking. That's just pass blocking. So it doesn't do anything for his development as far as being a run blocker is concerned. The finesse, the power, anything like that. Like I said before, his development will be more so in year 2 than it will in year 1, because in year 2, I will have found my future star running back during the draft. We'll see how that falls. So far, my eyes are on the target of Travis Hunter, which, if you heard me early on in early episode, is that I planned on trading Devontae Adams and Max Crosby to the Carolina Panthers for their number 1 overall pick if they land at number 1 overall pick. It all depends on if they land that number 1 overall pick, because if they don't land that pick, then I don't want it, because I want to secure the fact that I'll be able to have Travis Hunter. If I can't guarantee that I'm going to have Travis Hunter, then I'm not really willing to part with Devontae Adams, at least not for that pick. I'll find whoever has the number 1 pick, and we'll finesse that. We'll flip that. We'll send Devontae Adams and Max Crosby to whoever has the number 1 pick for that number 1 pick, just off the strength of getting Travis Hunter and giving Malik Willis his legit superstar X Factor tandem for the future. So that way we can have that dynamic duo of Travis Hunter and Malik Willis going forward. Matter of fact, it's more like triplets, because it'll be Malik Willis, Travis Hunter, and Quez Watkins, because Quez Watkins is a breakout superstar right now. And if he keeps going on the path that he's going, we can make him a breakout X Factor as well. So then it would be clutch if we can have an X Factor in Quez Watkins, an X Factor in Travis Hunter, and an X Factor in Quez. Did I say Quez Watkins or did I say Malik Willis? All of them will be X Factors. I'm getting ahead of myself. And then depending on what we get in the draft as far as running back is concerned, that could be another thing, because I'm going to have multiple first round picks, because I'm going to still have my pick. I didn't say nothing about trading my first round pick. I said something about acquiring a first round pick. So I'll at least have that. I may end up having, because I think right now I have 2 first round picks already. So I may end up having 3 first round picks. So I could get Travis Hunter and end up getting my star running back, whether it be Genty, whether it be Judkins, whether it be Ollie Gordon. They'll all be available there for the taking. So, and then I can get my offensive lineman. And as you can see, the plan for developing and filling out this team within the first 2 years. My whole development process is a 2-year process. Initially, out the gate, we start with immediate free agents. Soon as the league opens up, whatever's available, we choose what we want throughout there. Then we go make our trades, we acquire. So we start building it out there. Whatever we have left over, we build through the draft. So like I said before, you'll see once the offseason comes that I won't really be active in free agency like that. I will be allocating all my resources towards the draft, scouting in the draft. Any holes we have left, we will fill through the draft, and after that, it's just developing from there on down the line. Even when it comes to like year 3 and everything like that, it's just developing through the draft. And if we got players that we already secured in contracts and they start getting older, they getting in their 30s, like they 29, about to be 30, probably start shipping them out so we can get some value from them, get a draft pick, and you just keep building like that. Like I said, I'm the Madden Bill Belichick. I'm the Bill Belichick of Madden. I build my team a certain way, and then we build through the draft from there on going forward. And any player that looks like they're approaching that age where they start declining, we ship them out and we get more draft picks, and we keep going younger and we keep doing more developing. So if you're looking at this rebuild as wanting to see me get super active in free agency and wheeling and dealing in trades, no. The most activity you'll see me make throughout this whole franchise is within the opening of the league. You'll see me get all my free agents. You'll see me make all my trades. And then you'll really just see me develop from there on going forward. I might make a few more trades before the season ends, 1 or 2 in an off season or so. But after that, you won't see me being really active unless it's the draft. So it might get a little boring because all I do is draft and rebuild. The only excitement you'll really see is whenever I decide to trade somebody that might make you turn your head because you're like, why are you trading him? But it's probably because I'm trading him before he starts to decline. And then I'm getting youth so I can start building my team through the draft and keep recycling. Now, of course, there's going to be our guys that we're going to want to keep and make sure they retire a Raider. You know, like the Malik Willis. We're not just going to ship him out. We're going to make sure he retires a Raider. Once I get Travis Hunter, he's going to be young. I'm probably going to have him the whole franchise because typically our franchise lasts anywhere between 6 to 8 years until the next Madden comes out. But whether it does or doesn't, Travis Hunter is going to last that entire time. Because by the time we get to year 5 when he's due for his contract, it'll be close to time for the next man to come out. And I'm going to lock him up. And the way that I conduct business in my franchise, the way I run my franchise, by the time that time comes, I'm going to have plenty of cap space because everybody's going to be locked up on these cheap deals. So I'm going to have plenty of cap space to re-sign them. Because all the guys that I signed early on, right when as a matter of fact, this year, what am I talking about? All the guys that I signed early on this season, they're already on 1-year deals. I signed them to 7-year extensions. So if I were to go to the team salaries and show you, it'll show you they all have 8 years remaining because they're saying they have the rest of the season remaining plus 7 years. So whenever Travis Hunter's contract comes up, I'm still going to have all these guys under contract for at least 2 more years after that. So I'm good. I'm Gucci. My team's built. We're going to keep the process going of building and developing through the draft. And of course, I'm porting the draft class. I say I'm porting, but I'm copying my draft class over from college football 25. So all the players are going to be real. All the players are going to be realistic. So that's what's going to make it so fun and super entertaining. And that's another thing. If you keeping up with my channel, you keeping up with this franchise rebuild, you keeping up with the dynasty rebuild, you see the draft classes. It's all real players. I'm getting it from college football. So stay tuned. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. So yeah, I don't think we're going to make the game footage. We 13 minutes in. That's way too much time. So I can see going forward, we'll be fast forward in the training. Unless in the event we get a dev upgrade with somebody. I don't think we're going to get that with any of the guys that we got right here, right now. Because a few of them have already gotten their dev upgrades through training. So we're probably going to cut it here. Before I do that, I'm going to go look at our current contract situations real quick. See what Devontae Adams' salary looks like first and foremost. Because if we can free up space, we got a couple players that I'd like to re-sign. So if we could free up some space, let's see. Restructure contract. Restructuring wide receiver Devontae Adams will free up $10.5 million cap space for this season. 5.22 will be added per year to the final 2 years of his contract. Cap space 29.9 restructured, estimated 23.5 for the next year. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that because it doesn't make no sense to have that just sitting there when we're going to ship them out. So might as well free up the space so we can go ahead and sign these final couple players that we have that we're trying to target, because we're not trying to sign all those guys. We're just trying to sign like at least 2 more and make sure we have enough space for when we go through the draft. So let's see. Wilkins. No, we can't restructure him. Let me check out Max Crosby and see what he's looking like. So Max, can we restructure him? Yeah, he's up for restructure. Max Crosby will free up 15.6 million cap space. 7.79 mil will be added to the final 2 years. We're going to hold off on that for now. We may revisit that when it comes time to make that Devontae Adams, Max Crosby trade to Carolina. Let's see. AJ Cole is... Oh, yeah. Nah. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and cut it short right there. It doesn't make any sense. Oh, yeah, before I do cut it short, let me go. I just said I got to free up that space to go sign the last couple players. Let me see. I know there's two guys that I really wanted to try to re-sign. Wasn't Terrace much. Richardson, for sure. I know we're negotiating with him. We had him, but he wanted a little more money. We got to see where we're at on that. Huntley, no. Ross, no. Davion Taylor, meh. Kine, no. No. So none of these guys that we have left look like got maybe Devin Harper. I don't know. We'll revisit that too. So right now it's only looking like Richardson. So I might can lay off on Crosby for a minute. So Richardson. So if we lock him up, we got 18.1 million space. Of course, we got to adjust his salary some because he would have signed already if this was to his liking. So it's probably going to take a little bit. It's going to put our cap a little bit less than that. So let's put him at 1.8. No, let's do 2. See if he takes that. Okay, so he takes that. That puts us at about 17.7 mil cap space for the rest of this season. So we're going to go ahead and cut it short right there. Maybe next time I'll go back and adjust Max Crosby. We might, like I said, we might just revisit that in the off season. But for the time being, we're going to cut it short right there. Again, if you're here for the first time or you're returning and you haven't liked or subscribed already, please do so. Click that notification tab so you can stay up to speed with not only this Raiders rebuild, but other Madden 25 content as well. Again, I appreciate you all for tuning in. That's been my time. Till next time.